Heaven Official's Blessing. Chapter 25. Audio source: WuShoWorldAudiobook.com. Dallying Hualien, Nightfall in Sinner's Pit. San Lang, are you really alright? Put me down, Xie Lian said. No, San Lang replied. Xie Lian was taken aback by the response. What's going on? Was there something on the ground? That pair of arms were still holding him tightly without any intention of letting him go. Xie Lian was going to raise his hand and gently push himself away. But just as he laid his hand on San Lang's chest, he abruptly remembered how he was randomly touching him all over just now, even feeling up his Adam's apple, and quietly removed his hand again. It's been hundreds of years since the last time Xie Lian cared to learn what awkward meant, but now there was a voice in his head telling him that he better stay still and stay decent. Just then, an enraged, sorrowful wail roared from the other side of the pit, and a voice cried, "What happened to you?" Those words were shouted in Banyuanese, and hearing the voice, it was General Kamo that Xie Lian had dragged down with him. Since he was already dead, the fall wouldn't have killed him, only blasting a human crater in the ground when he crashed. But when he climbed up from his hole, he started screaming. "What's going on? My brothers, what happened to you?" When he howled into the pit earlier from the top of the wall, there were hundreds and thousands of voices that answered his call, as if the pit was filled to the brim with angry, menacing ghosts. But right then and there, other than Kamo's cries, Xie Lian could only hear dead silence. There wasn't even any sounds of breathing or heartbeat from the San Lang who's next to him. That's right. Even though Xie Lian is pressed against San Lang, he couldn't detect any sounds of his heart beating or his breathing. Kamo roared, "WHO killed you. WHO killed all of you." When a Zhao first fell, there were still horrifying sounds of flesh being ripped apart, but after San Lang jumped, there were no more sounds. Who else could it be? Kamo himself must have realized this, and shouted towards them, "Midlanders, you're dead. I'm gonna kill you." Although he couldn't see, Xie Lian could still feel danger rapidly approaching, and jerked his body. "San Lang, be careful. Don't worry about him," San Lang said, still holding him tight. He made a small sidestep and spun around. In the dark, Xie Lian heard a series of broken clanking sounds, clear and intense, swishing here and there. Kamo rushed to capture them but missed the first time, and turned around to attack again, but San Lang also easily sidestepped again and avoided him. Xie Lian's arms involuntarily climbed up San Lang's chest again and held on tight to his shoulders, unconsciously clutching his clothes. But the arms carrying him were steady. Even with all the spinning and sidestepping, the hold was still strong and secure. Just Xie Lian could feel something cold and hard on those arms that would poke at him every so often, and was a little confused. In the endless blackness, streaks of silver shimmers flashed everywhere, and sounds of a sharp metal inflicting wounds were accompanied by Kamo's angry roars. It was obvious that the Banyu general is heavily wounded by now, but as tough as he was, he refused to admit defeat, and once again rushed towards them. Xie Lian felt he couldn't keep just sitting there anymore and called, "Rue." The silk band answered his call and shot out. A large snap sounded in the air, and Kamo seemed to have fallen over from getting smacked by Rue. Kamo shouted from the ground, You two against one. Unfair. You were gonna kill us. Who cares if it's 2 against 1, or if it's fair or unfair? I'll kill you dead first," Xie Lian thought. San Lang, on the other hand, only sneered. "Even with one-on-one you won't win. You don't have to fight." The last line was for Xie Lian, and the words had none of the jibe tones. "Alright," Xie Lian responded, but also prompted, "San Lang, why don't you put me down? I'll be in your way like this." "You're not in the way. Don't come down," San Lang said. "Why can't I come down?" Xie Lian asked curiously. "This guy can't possibly enjoy fighting while carrying someone?" San Lang's answer only had 2 words, "It's dirty." Xie Lian had never imagined that to be the answer. in all seriousness too, and thought it was kind of funny, but also made him feel kind of strange, a feeling hard to describe, only that his heart was warm. "You can't possibly keep holding me like this." "I could," Sandling replied. Xie Lian was only joking, but Sandling's words had no trace of half-heartedness, and suddenly Xie Lian didn't know what to say. In the time they were talking, Kamo had never ceased to attack. Both of Sandling's hands were firmly holding him, but something else was keeping Kamo at bay, whipping him to defeat. He shouted while slowly backing off. "That bitch made you too." He hadn't finished his words before a large boom sounded off, and the massive man fell to the ground, no longer able to stand. Xie Lian hurriedly said, "Sandling, don't kill him. We'll still need to question him if we want to get out of here." Sandling beat his words and stopped. "I wasn't planning on killing him anyway, otherwise he wouldn't have lasted until now." A dead silence ensued anew in the sinner's pit. After a moment, Xie Lian asked, "Sandling, did you do all of this?" Even if nothing was visible in the dark, with such an overpowering stench of blood and bloodlust covering the pit, plus the enraged madness of Kamo, it was obvious what had happened down here. It was another momentary silence before Xie Lian heard Sandling's response. "Yes," he said. It was an expected answer. Xie Lian sighed. "How do I say this?" Xie Lian chewed on his words and organized his thoughts before speaking up in a serious tone. "Sandling, next time you see a pit like this, don't just jump in randomly. I couldn't even stop you. Really, I didn't know what to do." Sandling didn't seem to expect this kind of response and let out a confused "eh." When he spoke again, he sounded a bit odd. "You don't want to ask anything else?" "What else do you want me to ask?" Xie Lian said. "For example, whether if I'm human," Sandling replied. Xie Lian rubbed his forehead. I don't think that's necessary." "Is it not?" "Is it? It's not important whether if you're human or not," Xie Lian said. "Oh." Xie Lian crossed his arms and said, "Relationships should depend on chance and whether if we're on the same wavelength, not on social status. If I like you, you can be a beggar and I'll still like you. If I dislike you, you can be the emperor and I'll still dislike you. Shouldn't it be like that? It's simple logic. So, whether if you're human is irrelevant." Sandling laughed out loud. "Yes, you're very right." "Right?" Xie Lian said, laughing along too. But the more he laughed, the more he felt something was off, and it came to him suddenly. He was still letting Sandling carry him, and the scary thing was, he had gotten used to being in this position without realizing it. What kind of situation was this? Xie Lian cleared his throat quietly and said, Sandling, we can talk about that later. How about you put me down first?" Sandling seemed to have chuckled and said, "Hold on." He carried Xie Lian and walked on for a bit before gently letting him down. Touching ground, Xie Lian could feel hard, flat ground. "Thanks." Sandling made no gestures in response, and after thanking him, Xie Lian looked to the sky. Above them the navy blue sky hung a crescent moon, bright and beautiful. Just that watching the view from a square frame made it feel like a frog in a well. Xie Lian commanded Rui to try and reach for the top, but unexpectedly it was stopped halfway as if bumped into an invisible wall, and Rui rebounded unable to go higher. "There's an array drawn around the sinner's pit," Sandling said. "I know, but I wanted to try anyway," Xie Lian said. "I couldn't give up until I tried, you know. I wonder how the others are up there. Would the girl in black also sweep them down?" He retold of how the girl hung on the pole suddenly came alive and swept all the Banyu soldiers down into the pit to Sandling. And while talking he stepped on something on the ground, appearing to be an arm, and Xie Lian almost tripped. He steadied himself immediately, but Sandling still reached out and helped to support him, chiding, "Be careful. I told you the ground was dirty," Sandling added nonchalantly. Xie Lian now understood what dirty meant, and said, "Don't worry. I want to ignite a palm flame." See what's happened down here and go from there. Sandling didn't say anything. Just then, from afar, Kamo's cold voice cried again. You two doing the deeds of that bitch, all of the thousands of dead souls of this kingdom will curse you. Curse you. Xie Lian turned towards Kamo and asked using Banyuanese. General Kamo, who is that? That person you speak of. Kamo responded with hatred. Why ask? That wicked witch. Is it the woman cultivator roaming in the city streets? Kamo spat angrily on the ground, and Xie Lian took that as a yes. He continued to question. Weren't you a loyal supporter of the Banyu head priestess? Kamo became angrier hearing this, and yelled. Kamo will never again be loyal to her. I will never forgive that bitch. Afterwards he started uttering a string of curses, inflamed and hysterical, his words rapid and incomprehensible, and Xie Lian blanked, unable to follow. He looked to San Lang and quietly called, San Lang, San Lang. San Lang translated, he's cursing. He said that woman betrayed his country, opened the fortress gates and let in the Midlands army to slaughter the city. She's got the blood of her people on her hands and his brothers whom she pushed into this pit. He will hang her dead 1,000 times. 10,000 times. Hearing this, Xie Lian suddenly thought there must have been some mistake somewhere. Earlier he asked about the woman cultivator roaming in the city streets, and he meant the lady in white. But now, Kamo continuously called the Banyu head priestess bitch, and said that she pushed his brothers into the sinner's pit. Earlier when the black-clad girl swept the soldiers into the pit, Kamo also swore and said, not this bitch again. The last bit. To hang her dead 1,000 times. Xie Lian realized that they weren't talking about the same person. Xie Lian interrupted Kamo's cursing and asked, General, the Banyu head priestess you speak of, was it the girl in black hung on the pole of the sinner's pit? Who else would it be? Kamo shouted. The scrawny, corpse-like little girl in black was the real head priestess of Banyu. But if that's the case, who was the lady cultivator and her black-clad companion, strolling through the streets looking to kill them? The girl in black obviously had unmeasurable powers, and could easily sweep dozens of hostile Banyu soldiers off the wall, so why was she hung above the sinner's pit? End chapter.